Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So a couple failed attempts here for the ground game, assuming you pass here on third.
Doesn't look like you're getting anywhere running the ball at all, so I would agree with you on that.
Trying to set up the screen, and he's got the lane, and there he goes. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Again, it's Hyde. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's really coming to vote to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, it's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, 128. Set! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
3rd down and 3.
Here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run the option left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Let's go. Blue, landed. Blue, landed.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Looking to throw. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we can come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep. Wiley?
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. But 22 is the line to gain here on third. Down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They'll drop the throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Matthews has it right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He sets to fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Out of the gun now on third down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. He'll try and throw for it here. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the tricking. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one. Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Rashard Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, You've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter, get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. So they're operating in the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll roll him out right. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan. Is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Trying to go back to Matthews there. And it's 3rd down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go screen pass to Hyde. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He dumps it to Hyde. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's a real risky play call to run it here with time being such a major factor. They need points here and fast.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lavonte David in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And quickly they get to the line. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games. You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gaining this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, those guys are hard to find.
They'll set up to throw. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he did it again. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling the drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now a play fake here on first down. And a touchdown there on the short run. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go play action here on first down. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run the option left. And he's got some space here as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way. Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Smith catches left side. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll look to throw, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Back to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And now they're in the hurry up. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, and nickel look on 3rd.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep here for Matt. And got his man complete. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. As we look at the numbers, the only thing that really matters is that we've got a tie game. We'll have another half here to figure out who can come out on top. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. 49ers come back with the response. It's going to be a run play here, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out, cutting the deficit to 3. 49ers with the ball late in the half. Matthews found on the quick pass and catched it. And after the long pass, he'll score. 49ers is up now by 7.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Left side, caught by Matthews. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Fairley able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You know the beauty of screen passes is they take a little...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So the offense has it first and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security.
Throw now on first down. And he comes back with one complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. He finds Matthews. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Matthews, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, it could be...
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll look to throw here. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send the blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And they're going to speed things up here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Well, Charles...